amidst the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, where life thrives. It is also where the most dangerous pathogens begin to emerge. Fruit bats, the natural hosts of the Nipah virus, carry a threat that humans cannot see with the naked eye. When bats forage in the forest, their saliva and waste accidentally contaminate the ripe fruit below. On the surface of those seemingly harmless fruits, the Nipah virus silently lurks, waiting for its next host. Humans enter the chain of infection when they come into direct contact with food sources contaminated with pathogens, without knowing it. On livestock farms, intermediate animals, such as pigs, become a dangerous link between viruses and humans. Inside the host's body, the Nipah virus invades, adapts, and begins a process of rapid replication. In a short period of time, millions of virus copies are created, overcoming the host's natural immune system. The first signs of the disease appear in animals, but are often overlooked because no one thinks of a deadly threat. And then, the moment a person comes into direct contact with the pathogen marks the beginning of an irreversible chain of infection. As the virus multiplies inside its animal host, the risk of crossing into humans increases with every passing out. Direct contact with infected bodily fluids is all it takes for the virus to find a new host. Often, infection begins with an unconscious gesture, a single touch to the face. The Nipah virus enters through the nose and mouth, crossing the body's first line of defense. Once inside, the virus moves quickly through the bloodstream, spreading silently. The immune system responds immediately, but this unfamiliar pathogen is difficult to stop. Nipah evades immune defenses, continuing its advance toward vital organ. The brain becomes a primary target, where the virus triggers severe inflammation. Damage begins long before symptoms are fully recognized, deep within neural tissue. By the time the first signs appear, the infection has already reached a critical stage. As the virus spreads throughout the body, the first abnormal signs begin to appear. Fever develops silently as the body responds to viral invasion. Persistent headaches emerge as the nervous system becomes affected. Fatigue grows more severe as the body gradually loses its ability to fight back. Consciousness begins to alter with unfocused eyes and reduced awareness. Even the simplest movements become difficult for the patient. Disorientation and dizziness signal a rapidly worsening condition. When symptoms escalate beyond control, emergency hospitalization becomes unavoidable. Inside the hospital, a race against time officially begins.
He's hypotensive, vitals are dropping. I need 2 large bore IVs and
Abnormal vital signs confirm the dangerous nature of the Nipah virus. When Nipah virus infection is suspected, the patient is immediately transferred to a specialized isolation unit. Medical staff must follow strict protective protocols to prevent further transmission. Clinical samples are collected to accurately identify the infectious agent. Inside the laboratory, the virus is analyzed using advanced biomedical technology. Test results confirm the presence of Nipah virus in the patient's body. With no specific antiviral treatment available, doctors focus on supportive care.
It appears stable for now, but we must monitor it closely.
Strict isolation becomes mandatory to protect the wider community. Fluid and electrolyte replacement therapy is initiated to sustain vital functions. The patient's condition may deteriorate rapidly, requiring continuous intensive care monitoring. Doctors must intervene immediately to control abnormal neurological activity. Inside the brain, inflammation spreads and causes severe damage. When breathing can no longer be maintained, endotracheal intubation becomes
Securing the
unavoidable.
airway, passing the tube now.
Every movement must be perfectly precise, as the patient life depends on each second. Mechanical ventilation temporarily replaces the body's failing respiratory function. Vital signs fluctuate continuously, signaling the risk of multi-organ failure. Prolonged tension leaves visible fatigue on the doctor's face. The battle against the Nipah virus is not yet over, and the outcome remains uncertain. Vital signs suddenly decline, pushing the patient into a critical condition. The medical team immediately initiates resuscitation, fighting for every breath.
Shocking now.
Medications are administered to sustain life within a fragile margin. Within the same space,
Sir, can you
patients'
hear me?
fates begin to diverge. For some, the body starts responding to supportive treatment. But not everyone survives the devastating impact
Continue
of the
CPR.
Nipah
Get ready to
virus.
push epi.
Failed resuscitation efforts mark a death caused by the infection. Elsewhere, another patient slowly passes the most dangerous phase. Life is preserved through timely medical intervention and intensive care. An outbreak leaves behind not only statistics, but a fragile line between life and death. After the
Everything
critical
is looking
phase,
stable, Mr. A.
some patients
You're
begin
making
to
great
show
progress.
signs of recovery.
Keep resting.
Medical staff, fully equipped with protective gear, closely monitor every vital sign. Strict isolation measures remain in place to prevent secondary transmission. Every treatment decision is based on continuous and careful assessment. Alongside clinical care, scientists urgently study the Nipah virus. Clinical samples are handled under the highest biosafety conditions. Collected data helps clarify how the virus attacks and damages the human body.
The mutation rate is accelerating.
Immunological approaches offer hope for future outbreak control. Recovery requires long-term monitoring, especially for neurological complications. The fight against Nipah virus enters a phase of prevention and preparedness. As the outbreak comes under initial control, public health systems shift toward long-term prevention and surveillance. Clearly identifying transmission sources allows interventions to become more precise. Intermediate animal hosts, especially pigs, are closely monitored to prevent spillover. Environmental disinfection is widely implemented to break transmission chains. Ecological measures reduce direct contact between humans and virus-carrying bats. Healthcare workers actively educate communities on disease prevention.
We should do this before we eat.
Yes, especially before preparing food.
Proper hand washing with soap remains one of the most effective preventive measures.
So
Correct
if you take the
mask
documents to the
usage
management
significantly
office, they should be
lowers
able to
community
process it.
transmission
All right, I will do
risk.
that right now. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Early isolation of suspected cases is critical to prevent
Thank you. Follow the
resurgence.
yellow line.
Your temperature
Screening
is
and symptom
98.6.
monitoring enable
You may
timely
proceed.
detection.
Look at this
Scientific
spike here. It
research
doesn't match the
continues
known profile.
alongside
Correlation
outbreak
timeline
control
suggests
efforts.
a rapid mutation.
We need to run the neutralization assay immediately.
Epidemiological and molecular data form the foundation of long-term solutions. All experiments are conducted under strict biosafety conditions. Potential vaccines offer hope for future outbreak control. International
The transmission
collaboration
rate in the new
strengthens
cluster is
global
alarming. We need
preparedness.
targeted strategies immediately.
The variant analysis shows higher infection.
Transparent communication empowers communities to protect themselves.
And maintain social distancing to protect the vulnerable.
Early detection and reporting save lives. Public hygiene infrastructure is improved to reduce infection risk.
Very good, Habibi. Now let's go.
Behavioral changes play a vital role in outbreak control. Healthcare systems remain highly vigilant against resurgence.
Confirmed. Sending status update now.
Recovered patients continue long-term health monitoring.
Your blood pressure looks excellent, sir. Keep up the recovery routine.
Neurological complications are carefully assessed to ensure quality of life. Declining case numbers reflect effective interventions. The outbreak gradually comes under control through coordinated efforts.
Excellent work, everyone. Let's proceed to phase 2.
Protecting ecological balance is essential for long-term prevention. Biosafety becomes a sustainable line of defense. Life slowly returns to normal with continued caution. Continuous surveillance helps detect early warning signs. Peace is achieved through preparedness and vigilance. Lessons from Nipah remind us that vigilance today ensures safety tomorrow.